Week 13, and we are now on the home stretch of this NFL regular season. We only have 5 games left to play, including this one against the Miami Dolphins, and this is practically a must-win for these guys because they are currently not sitting in first place in their division, which means if they continue to lose games, they are going to get pushed back that much further for themselves to try and actually earn a spot into the playoffs. So losing games is not an option for these guys right now. For us, we are still sitting good. 8-3 record. We're 2 games ahead of everybody else in our division. It looks like we are more than likely going to get a playoff berth. So if we look at the Miami Dolphins depth chart, if we go over to their wide receivers, their number 1 guy, Jarvis Landry, is out with an injury. That is definitely big. And over to their tight ends, their number 1 tight end is out as well. Jordan Cameron, 90 overall. So looking at their injury report, they have a total of 4 players out. And when you have injuries on your team, it even makes it that much harder for you to actually win games, let alone trying to make it to the playoffs.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, Week 13, as we join you from Sun Life Stadium. Hello, friends. Jim Nance and Phil Simms getting set for this important matchup late in the year. The playoff chase is on, and every game is an absolute must. Partner, how about it before kickoff?
Cloudy day over here in Miami, and it looks like the Dolphins will be starting off the day on offense. So let's see what we can do on our first defensive possession. The first play goes to a handoff for Lamar Miller, picks up about 7 yards, and we are definitely going to have to look out for this guy because they're going to rely on him a lot during this game, considering that the Dolphins, they're out with their top receiver and their top tight end, so they have to rely on their starting running back, who is currently an 88 overall. So that last play ended up getting the tackle on Lamar Miller. I don't understand what seems to be the trend that every single game we come into, it always seems that the first possession, I am always coming out here and getting some sort of turnover no matter what. But Lamar Miller struck back. He was angry after that possession, and he found the hole, picking up 35 yards on that rushing play. That's what I'm talking about, how we have to watch out for this guy. But that hit on Tannehill, man, I don't know if I should be doing that, and I don't know if those guys want to be risking him running the ball, because if they have their starting quarterback injured as well, they might as well kiss the playoffs goodbye with all of those injuries they have on their team. So these guys, they started trucking down the field. They started picking up quite a bit of offensive plays. As I was saying on that last offensive possession for the Dolphins, they were starting to get some plays going for them, back-to-back, working their way down the field, when I just come out of nowhere and pick up my second forced fumble on the day. I mean, what a way to come out starting things off on defense. Back-to-back possessions, not allowing these guys to do anything on the offensive side. So on that third down, Elvis Dumervil with the tackle. They ended up picking themselves up a field goal. So far, it's been nothing but field goals in this game, a 6-3 game. 1st and 10, their next possession. Their backup tight end, Deion Sims. Well, I guess he's technically their starting tight end now, since the actual starter is currently injured. 3rd and 10, on the same possession, Terrell Suggs comes up with the tackle, and we are getting ourselves another 3rd down stop, not allowing these guys to get any points. When we check out our offense, and it only took one play, Kamar Aiken on an 88-yard touchdown catch. That is what I'm talking about. Coming out on offense, only taking one play to score on offense, giving us now the 13-3 lead. I would have liked to have seen that play and seeing the 88-yard touchdown reception. So 3rd and 1 for Tannehill. This is what I'm talking about. We keep coming out here on 3rd down, and we are getting the stop over and over and over again, not allowing these guys to get any points on the offense. But 2-minute warning now in the 2nd quarter. They pick up a 1st down there with Rashard Matthews. Same possession. The clock is continuing to tick down. 2nd and 13. I'm following Kenny Stills right here. And as soon as I break away from him, he gets the reception, steps out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And look, we were not in man coverage. That was not my guy to cover. We were in a zone, and I was supposed to be playing deep in the middle of the field. So once we got to that point, I couldn't see if there was someone else that was going to be in my zone. So I just, moved over to that spot. And as soon as I did, Ryan Tannehill decided to throw it to Kenny Stills, which led to this touchdown by Lamar Miller. And these guys are right back in it. So in that same possession, or at the end of that 2nd quarter, I should say, we did end up picking up a field goal. So the game is currently sitting at 16-10. A reception back to Kenny Stills. He picks up a 1st down. Same possession. It is now a 2nd and 6. They're going back with the running play. Lamar Miller is getting tackled from behind by me. I mean, he's definitely starting to find the holes now. 96 rushing yards on the day so far. That's what I'm saying in the beginning of this episode. We have to watch out for this guy. 3rd and 2, barely able to pick up the 1st down there, and keeps the drive alive. 2nd and 7. 1 play later, Tannehill's looking to pass the ball. I'm covering my guy on this side of the field. But over on the opposite side of the field, these guys are not covering the receivers. A few plays later now, after they did pick up that 1st, it is a 3rd and goal. Tannehill ended up taking a sack a couple of plays before this. He almost gets sacked again. I don't know how he got this pass off, but they ended up getting the completion. But we were all there to tackle him, not allow anything to happen. They did end up picking another field goal up, making this 16-13. So if we look at our offense, a bunch of rushing plays by Justin Forsett. When we move all the way down the field, and yet again it is Kamar Aiken coming up with the catch. A 7-yard touchdown reception this time. And we have the 23-13 lead. 10-point lead, 2 possession. We are now in the 4th quarter, and things are looking good for us. So the Dolphins, they have to come down here, and they have to score on this possession if they want any chance in this game. Tannehill is actually perfect on the day so far. He has not missed a single pass. 3rd and 3, I sniffed out that screenplay. He did not want to throw that, and we end up getting the sack and another 3rd down stop. Their next possession, they are faced with another 3rd down. It is 3rd and 4. They're going back to the screenplay. He's breaking down the field. I go ahead and now make that my 3rd forced fumble in one game and seal this up. I mean, after that turnover, there was no coming back for the Dolphins. And with only 12 seconds left now, Ladarius Webb, he is now officially ending this game with an interception. I was actually almost there for that. I just was like in a bad spot. I could have had that, but regardless, 3 forced fumbles in one game. We walk out of here with the victory, 30-13. We just made it that much harder for the Dolphins to actually get to the playoffs. If we look at my day, a total of 13 tackles. 1 of them was a tackle for a loss. And this stat right here, 3 forced fumbles. 1 of them I actually was able to recover myself. So week 14, we're going to have a tough matchup against the 11-1 Seattle Seahawks. But if we go over here to the players of the week, AFC defense, like, I had 13 tackles and 3 forced fumbles, and 1 of them I recovered. Like, how do I not get Defensive Player of the Week? Like, I don't know what I have to do to earn that award just for 1 week. But if we go over to the annual awards, I now currently hold the 1st place for best defensive back of this NFL season. We have to continue to produce if we want to hold that spot and actually win that award. So anyway, hopefully all of you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all next week against the Seattle Seahawks.